Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And today is going to be FX Series System, Kidde FX Series System Test 2. And I have a different setup for you guys today. And let's get down to it. Let's start with the panel. As you can see, I took the smoke detector off of the system and I programmed the addressable loop module back into the system where it belongs, and then as you can see, there are no troubles. Batteries are connected, time and date are correct. So today is June 15th 2026. I almost said 16, excuse me. See, the batteries are plugged in, which is good. Yep, batteries are hooked up, and on the loop we have my Silonite PSDA, which is the Silonite version of the BG12. And a little surprise treat for you, we have the System Sensor MDL sync control module. So here's how I got this hooked up. I have NAC 1 programmed for silenceable for the horn input, and I have NAC 2 programmed for non-silenceable continuous, so that goes into the strobe input on the sync control module for system sensor. And what system sensor device do we have today? Yep, that's right. We have one of my system sensor Spectre Alert Classics P1224MC horn strobe, and it's multi-candela. As you can see, let me get a closer look at this. As you can see, I have it set for 75 candela. As you can see, that's right, I have it set for 75 candela. I know you may not see it that well, but that's right, but hopefully you saw that. And the Spectre Alert is on code 3 low, but it's still going to end up loud. And let's go ahead and start the system. So, are you guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And yes, guys, there is a huge distinct difference in the sound of the Spectre Alert. As you can tell, this panel does output FWR, and there's a huge distinct difference in the sound of the Spectre Alert when I was testing off of my agent release control panel when I was operating these things on the agent release control system. Compare how this thing sounds on this. So, and that's what it does to the Spectre Alert. The FWR current gives the Spectre Alert, and it gives it a more raspy and scratchy and low pitched sound, and it's probably, and the MSJ is probably right, that is probably the sound that the technicians are most used to hearing and stuff like that. But yep, that's what it does to the Spectre Alert. And as you can, I don't know if you can hear that, but the strobe is buzzing very loudly because of the capacitor, and two, it's running on FWR. As you can see, listen. You can hear the strobe buzzing, the capacitor inside buzzing. Yep, that's basically all it is. But, so, let's go ahead and put the camera down so I can reset the pull station. This thing is not really easy to do with one hand. so I need 2 hands to reset the pull station. And by the way, this pull station takes a Silent key, not a Firelight key. So it takes a 1347 key, which is the Silent key, if you guys are wondering. Okay, let's pick the camera back up. Yeah, that capacitor is very loud inside the alarm because it's running on FWR. Yep, that is making a weird noise, so let's go ahead and reset. You can close the panel, so I don't have to acknowledge anything. That's still flashing. There it goes. System is fully reset. System's back to normal, and there you guys go. There you guys go. And as for a demonstration, how about we test out the filter DC current and see how this one sounds. All you have to do is unplug the panel or turn off the surge suppressor, and then wait for the system to go in DC power, because let's say the power went out. When you have a panel that outputs FWR, and as long as you have batteries, when the power goes out, it switches over to filter DC. So I'm going to show you, I'll show you more of that in a separate video. So here we go. As you can tell, it does sound smoother on on filter DC. Excuse me. Yep. There you guys have it. That's how a Spectre alert is supposed to sound on standard filter DC when it's hooked up to other panels that put out the filter DC current. But this panel only outputs FWR, but except if it's on battery backup mode, it'll still put out filter DC, because it can't do FWR when the power is out. I think that's pretty cool in my opinion. As you can hear, the capacitor sounds a lot smoother too. You can hear it sounds a lot smoother. Okay, now let's go ahead and reset the panel. Oops, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and reset the pull station, because if you reset the panel now while it's still going, it's going to go back into an alarm. Get my Silent key. Yeah, and believe it or not, this pull station is kind of stiff. Silent key. Is that the right key? Is it? Yeah. Oh, this key lock is stuck. Oh my God. It's really stuck. Never experienced that before. Oh, I see what's wrong. I was using the wrong key. I was using the Firelight key. Silly me. Don't want to break the key lock. There we go. I was using the Firelight key and I wasn't even paying attention. There we go. Now that's reset. Okay. Now we can reset the system now. As you can see, that's still going. There it goes, and let's turn the power back on. There it goes. Now it's back to AC power now, which is the main power for the panel. Okay, there you guys go. That was FX Series, Kidde FX Series System Test 2. I hope you liked it. Please stay tuned for more videos, and I will have more surprise treats coming on the way. So anyways, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching.